Hey, Tiger fans, this is Mark Fitzpatrick with the Tiger Club of Kansas City. It is Tuesday, October 29th, and our guest today from 610 Sports and 96.5 The Fan.
We're both now.
Both of them now. Carrington Harrison. He hosts the drive from 2 to 6. Thanks for coming
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me out here.
You always keep us entertained. That's great. So, Missouri, bad loss last week, or Alabama with Brady Cook out. I think it's safe to say they're probably out of the playoff picture. What do you see for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough for them to make the playoff. I mean, even if they win out the remainder of their games, I just don't think the wins are going to be there. What's Missouri's best win? What's their resume? What does that look like for them to make the college football playoff? So I think that dream is probably done. This feels like it's going to be a year where Missouri wins 8 to 9 games that, 5-6 years ago, we would have celebrated this year. Missouri won 9 games, but it feels like a regression. Just they feel worse at almost every aspect of the game this year, and you expected them to take a big step forward with so many returning players, and that's what's made this year disappointing.
Yeah. Let's talk about Tiger basketball. They will tip off next Monday against Memphis. Rebuilding year, but I think they've got some talent this year.
I think so too. I really like the addition of March Mitchell.
I do too.
I think the Perkins kid coming in, I think he has a chance to be a really good player. I think it really comes down to, is Caleb Grill healthy this year, and how has he performed with this team?
He had a great exhibition against Lincoln.
And honestly, what freshmen can really help them this year? What I really want to see Missouri do with basketball is really hone in like a really solid 8 or 9-man rotation. I think last year they were trying to kind of figure out what the right combination of players are. They certainly have a lot of bodies this year. Can they really hone in on what their rotation is?
All right, Chiefs. We 7-0, and everybody says, "Oh, they're just not playing that well." Trade for Josh Uche. What do you see from him?
I like it. This feels like a Brett Veach special. Buy low, and it's one of those low risk, possibly decent reward. He's a pass rusher in 2022. He had 11.5 sacks. The Chiefs are just kind of hoping that he can kind of regain some of that magic. I'll give you a basketball analogy. He's a guy that you want to come in, play hard, play good defense, and knock down a couple of shots. We don't need you to average 15 or 20. Can you average 6 to 8 a night and play good defense? I think he can do that in this defense when you think about you got Chris Jones, you got George Karlaftis, you got the other bodies. Can he be a very solid situational pass rusher?
You did an interesting analysis yesterday. I think you said that in the last season and a half, since beginning 23, the Chiefs' turnover differential is minus 14, yet they are 22-6 in that span. This is what they are. But it works.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. There's a couple of like age-old wisdoms that we have when it comes to this, and protecting the ball is one of them. Yeah. The Chiefs are not good at protecting the football, and yet they just keep finding a way to win. I think a lot of it is due to the fact that I think the Chiefs run the football very well. I think they protect Patrick very well for the most part, and I think it's very safe to say the Chiefs' defense is the best unit in the NFL. So if you took every team's offense, every team's defense, I think the Chiefs' defense has played consistently the best over the course of the last couple of seasons. That's how they won the Super Bowl last year, and I think that makes them the favorite this year.
What about toughest team to contend with in the AFC? I see Houston, Baltimore, they're 3 games up on now, Buffalo. Who's the biggest challenge?
I think it's Buffalo. I actually would vote for Josh Allen right now to be MVP. Okay. I know we still got half the season left, but I would vote for Josh Allen. I think they're more complete than they've been in years past. I really like James Cook. I think they have a bunch of different run options. We'll see how they kind of use Amari Cooper over the course of the next couple of weeks. I'm excited for that Chiefs and Bills game coming up in a couple of weeks. That's the biggest regular season game for both teams this year. I would say Buffalo's the biggest contender to the Chiefs.
Lions look really good in the NFC.
Yeah, no, the Lions are really good. The NFC is kind of fun. The NFC feels like it's going to be one of those random teams that end up making it. Back 15, 20 years ago now, it feels like where the Colts had Peyton Manning and then the Bears made it with Rex Grossman. It feels like it could be one of those kind of years. Like it's going to be Chiefs-Falcons in the Super Bowl. And we're going to look up like, how did Atlanta make the Super Bowl?
Last question, C-Dot. We just finished a great Royals season. They far exceeded our preseason expectations. They need to add a leadoff hitter. They need to add a corner outfield. Do you see any? I don't think it helps coming from within, though, the organization.
Yeah, I could see them possibly trading Brady Singer to try to get one of those pieces. I do think I give Sherman a lot of credit. Over the course of the last year, everything that Royals fans have asked this organization to do, they've done. Last offseason, you wanted them to spend money. They also extended Bobby Witt Jr. At the deadline, they went out and they made acquisitions. When Vinny Pasquantino got hurt later in the year, they went out and made some moves. So there's no question in my mind that the Royals are going to be players. It's just what level of players are they going to be?
Yep, it should be interesting. C-Dot, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
He does a great job. 2 to 6 every weekday afternoon on 96.5 The Fan. And for us old guys who just listen to AM radio 610, he does a great job. Hey, next week, our speaker will be Kansas City Star sports columnist Vahe Gregorian. And for more information on membership and upcoming events, go to kctigerclub.com.